welcome back to my channel. I'm Beth. I make videos about creativity and fibre arts, and today I thought I would do another knit and chat. And today what I thought I would quite like to talk about is a bit about personal style, but how as it relates to knitting, or you can apply this to crochet as well, or any other fibre art where you can make clothes, so like sewing or whatever. I need to double check my pattern. So I suppose it would help or it would be nice maybe to, excuse me, do you mind? To start off by telling you what I'm knitting, and what I am knitting is the Marzipan pullover by Sari Nordlund. Here is where I've got to so far. So this is the neck. Yeah, I've got all these lovely cables, and I am unfortunately on a cable row at the moment. I kind of hoped I would be doing something a little more mindless. Anyway, let me check my chart and see what I'm meant to be doing on this row. I guess I thought I would talk a bit about making things that you're going to wear, as in making things that you will actually wear, as opposed to making things going, oh, I'd love to knit this, I'd love to knit this, and then you put it in your wardrobe and you find you actually never wear it. And this is something I feel I've gotten better at recently. It basically just requires a fair bit of mindfulness and thinking about, what do I actually want to wear? Yeah, where I start normally, rather than like scrolling patterns and going, oh, this is beautiful, oh, that's beautiful, and then I knit it and find I never wear it. I mean, yes, I do scroll patterns because it's fun. I like seeing what people come up with. When it comes to knitting things for myself, I tend to start not with a knitting pattern that I think is pretty, or that I think is cool, or that's just come out and everyone's knitting it. I tend to start instead by looking at my wardrobe and going, looking at all my clothes and going, out of these things, for one thing, what do I reach for the most and why? What do I like about it? And then secondly, what would I want to reach for if I had it? What do I not have? What is a gap? What am I going to my wardrobe and looking at and going, I really wish I had this thing. I really wish I had more nice jumpers for winter, or I really wish I had more lacy things, or more things in this colour or that colour, or more things that are suitable for a formal occasion, or more things that are suitable for a casual occasion. What is it? Am I looking for more fitted things, more oversized things? What am I looking for? What am I wanting when I want to get dressed in the morning and I'm like, oh, I'm in the mood to wear this, or I need to wear that for this thing or that thing, or for the weather today. What am I wanting that I don't have? And then you can go, aha, right, okay, so this is what I want. For example, for me, I want more decorative jumpers. I have jumpers, a lot of them are fairly plain. I realised last autumn, maybe the autumn before actually, a lot of the time I have an outfit and then I put a jumper over the top just to keep warm. And what I want is more jumpers that are the outfit, because a lot of the time in winter I'm not going to take that jumper off. Or in the autumn, that's the thing that's going to be visible. When my jacket is open, you're not going to be able to see the nice top I'm wearing underneath my jumper. You're going to see the jumper. Or I might feel like I'm then forced to wear cardigans all the time so that you can see my nice top underneath the cardigan. So I want more jumpers that have like something decorative that might be visible under a cardigan or under a jacket. And so that I'm not just wearing the same plain jumper all the time. And to be fair, basics are good too. You need basics, you need good basics. So that's why I knitted the Stoker pullover, because I needed a good basic staple winter jumper that was just plain and did the job of keeping me warm. And now I'm like, great, I have one of those, now I want something more decorative. So yeah, that's the first thing I do. I look at my wardrobe and I work out what I need or what I want that's missing from it. Yeah, and then I think about, what do I like about the clothes that I do have? So like fit, as well as aesthetics, as well as yeah, do I like them on the hanger? Do I like them on me? That's the important thing. If you put them on in the mirror and you look at it and you go, oh, it doesn't make me look good, whatever your definition of good is, then you're not going to want to wear it, right? If you don't think it looks good on you. So yeah, my next thing is to define what I think looks good on me. And what I found out I like is, I like skirts. I like skirts that kind of go out from the waist, like A-line skirts. And like, I've worked out now what necklines look good on me. I don't like high necklines when there's no sleeves. I like to create like quite a lot of like vertical lines with cardigans and necklaces if I'm wearing a high neckline, but otherwise I usually prefer lower necklines. I usually prefer V-necks and scoop necks and square necks, I guess. I mean, I don't have that many square necks. Maybe I should get a square neck. Maybe. So then I know what kind of thing I reach for aesthetically, and also texture-wise, and like, do I want something fitted? Do I want something oversized? And obviously that may depend on the context. But yeah, I guess that's the thing, it's the context. Where are you going to wear it? What is its purpose? Do you want it to look formal? Do you want it to look casual? It's basically just a lot of things to think about when you're choosing a pattern, when you're looking at patterns. It's going, when will I wear this? Where will I wear this? Therefore, is it suitable? If I want a jumper for a formal occasion, is this pattern suitable for that formal occasion? If I want something more casual, is it suitable for that casual thing? Because maybe for a formal thing I might want something more fitted, whereas for something casual I might want something more oversized and comfy and baggy. Basically the purpose of the thing is something that I think about a lot when it comes to deciding what patterns I'm going to knit, what patterns I'm going to buy, what patterns I am looking to get yarn for, what patterns I'm going to cast on, basically. Because for me, I'm quite a slow knitter. Even if you aren't a slow knitter, I feel like it's even more important to think, I feel like it's important to think about these things whether you're a slow knitter or a fast knitter. I feel like if you're a fast knitter, it's really important to think about these things because you're going to end up with a lot more finished objects. And yeah, for me as a slow knitter, it's particularly important for me to do this, to put this kind of thought into it. Because if I'm going to spend like anywhere from 3 months to 3 years knitting something, it better be something that I want to wear. It better be something that fits me nicely. I better love it. It better be something that I like the neckline, the fit, the features, which part of my body it emphasizes, everything. I had better love it. I'd better love the texture, I'd better love the colour, I'd better love how it looks on me. So yeah, that also then brings me to yarn choice, because that's a big factor. Obviously, whatever pattern you choose, you don't have to use the yarn it suggests. You can change that yarn. Now obviously you have to pick a suitable substitute, and I wonder if that's what scares people. But there are websites to help you with that. And obviously you want to make sure that either drapiness of the yarn or the structure of the yarn is the same. You want to make sure that the yarn weight, i.e. the yarn thickness, is the same. But if you want a different material or a different colour, change the yarn. Pick a yarn with a colour that you like. So long as you can get gauge with it, in a gauge that gets you a material that you like and is suitable for the garment, then go for it. Choose your own yarn. This is why we knit. After all, we knit to make things custom to us. So choose whatever yarn you like. And then the next thing is also adjustments. You don't have to knit that pattern as written. You can shorten it, you can lengthen it, you can change the amount of ribbing on it. Whatever you want, really. There are no rules. The knitting police aren't going to come and get you. Now if you're doing a test knit, maybe it's courtesy to knit the pattern as written because the designer is wanting to test to see if that pattern works and if you can understand what they mean in the pattern. You're checking that their instructions are followable, so you maybe, if you're doing a test knit, don't want to be making a ton of changes. But otherwise, make whatever changes you want. You can take a little bit of this pattern, a little bit of that pattern, a little bit of this other pattern if you want. If you love this pattern, but you just wish it was cropped and that will be the only thing stopping you from wearing it, make it cropped. If you wish it was longer, make it longer. Now, yes, it obviously includes some maths. And the thing is that you can put as much thought into it as you want and as much effort into doing the maths to work out, for example, if you maybe need to increase some stitches or decrease some stitches here or there, then there is a chance that that can go wrong, especially if you don't have much experience of doing pattern adjustments. If this is your, if you've not done it much, then you might find that you may do it wrong, and that unfortunately is a risk you have to take. Because at the end of the day, you can put all this thought in, and you can get to the finished product and find that actually you don't like it the way you thought you did. But if you were to never knit something because you weren't 100% sure that you would wear it at the end, you would never knit anything. So you kind of just have to go, that's a risk. It is a risk that I take, that I make this adjustment and it turns out wrong, or it doesn't quite fit as well as I thought it would if I made this adjustment. It's a risk you have to take. Or, well, I mean, you don't have to. You don't have to do what I say either. You don't have to do this. I'm just saying this is what I do to try and make sure that I actually wear my knits, because that's something that's important to me from a wasted materials perspective, from a wasted time perspective. I don't want to waste loads of time knitting something that I'm not going to wear, when there are plenty of things that I do want to knit to wear. You see what I mean? Like, I wouldn't mind knitting something that, like, I'm proud of, but I don't wear it. If I enjoyed knitting it, then I enjoyed knitting it, and that's fine for me. Except for the fact that I only have limited time. I only have so much I can knit in any given time. And there's a lot of stuff that I want to knit that I would wear, and that I want to wear, and that I look in my wardrobe and go, damn, I wish I had something like this. Therefore, I have to kind of prioritise. Am I going to knit the thing that I will wear, or am I going to take a chance on this pattern that I don't know if I will wear it or not? So yeah, it's very much a balancing act between knitting things that are kind of like safe choices, things that you know you will like. Say if you like a cropped sweater with a v-neck, sure, you can then only knit cropped sweaters with v-necks from then on if you want. But my guess is that eventually you'll get bored of knitting cropped sweaters with v-necks. You'll want to try something else, probably. Certainly if it were me, I would get bored of doing the same thing over and over again. So it's very much a balancing act between knitting something that you know is a safe bet, that you will wear, that will look good on you, etc., and trying something a bit more out there, maybe because you want to try a new technique, maybe just because you think, yeah, you see a pattern and you go, that's beautiful, I don't know if I'll wear it. Maybe it's a bit outside of my comfort zone, outside of my personal style, but sometimes you kind of just have to, if you want to knit it, you want to knit it. Sometimes it's good to take a risk and try something new, try something a little outside of your comfort zone, try a colour that you wouldn't normally wear, try a style that you wouldn't normally wear, etc. And that does mean that obviously you're not guaranteed to then like it, unfortunately, but the thing is that no amount of thought and mindfully choosing a pattern and planning, no amount of that is foolproof. You might still end up with something that you don't wear for whatever reason. Yeah, the other really important choice is about texture, like the texture of the yarn, and that again is something that comes with experience. We don't have many local yarn shops near me, or at least not that are like really easy for me to get to. They will be a lot easier once I get a car, but I don't have a car. So right now they're a little tricky. I have to get like, multiple buses to them or something. So, I've bought a lot of yarn online, including when I was a complete beginner and had no idea what I was looking for. So, you know, there's a jumper that I have that I knitted that I wanted to be something I could wear against the skin. I did not choose a yarn that was meant to be worn against the skin. It's so itchy. And that's just a lesson I had to learn. You know, this is a journey of discovery. It's a learning process. And really where I think the creativity comes in and gets interesting is in that learning how to pick patterns that you'll like to wear, how to pick which yarn you like. It's all just a learning process, and that, I think, the creative process is a learning process. The whole creative journey is a learning process. The whole knitting journey is a learning process, and I think, I don't know about you, but that's something I find really fun. So if you have any tips for choosing patterns that you will wear, also, I will recommend, I have a book to recommend. Hang on, let me finish this cable. It is this one. It's called Knit to Flatter by Amy Herzog, and it is all about how to knit in such a way as to flatter a variety of body shapes. Things you can do that look more flattering on different body shapes. It mostly covers like the proportion between shoulder width, waist width, circumference, whatever, and hip width, such as if you're bottom heavy, top heavy, square. But it does also talk about some other body shapes as well, such as if you have a short torso, a long torso, if you have a large bust or a particularly small bust, or a particularly large backside, small backside, etc. Ways to balance out whatever figure you have. So this is great. It teaches you how to make adjustments. It also gives a variety of patterns for all body types and tells you how to adjust each one for different body types. Yeah, there are some really nice patterns in here. The Stoker pullover that I knitted is in here. So even if you don't intend to knit to flatter, even if you think that wearing clothes that flatter you is not something that you're going for, I still think it's a worthwhile read. You might still find something useful in here, basically, or a pattern that you like. So yeah, definitely recommend this one for helping you pick patterns that will look good on you, that you will feel good in, that you will enjoy wearing. I just find that for me it's really important to knit things that I will actually wear, both from a this is going to take me months perspective, so I'd better like it when it's done, but also from a kind of a waste perspective, because I don't want that yarn to go to waste. We as humans have already made so much waste, so many things that we just don't need. So I don't want to fill my house and my closet with clutter, just as I don't want to fill the planet with clutter. I don't want to make things just for the sake of making things, basically. If I'm going to make clothes, I want to make clothes that I'm going to actually wear, or whoever I'm making it for is actually going to wear them and appreciate them, because otherwise that's a lot of time and effort gone into something that's then not appreciated, and I think that's really sad. And you know, a lot of time and energy also went into making the materials that we are using to knit or crochet or sew, and of course it's a money thing as well. A lot of us, I know, can't afford to buy luxury fibres all the time, or be buying lots of fibres all the time. If you're gonna knit fast and knit a lot, I guess you do just have to buy only cheaper or lower quality materials, which makes me sad, because I'm very happy, I'm very glad that my knitting being slow means that I get to afford quality materials. Fewer materials, but quality ones. And that's, yeah, also why I want to make sure that if I've spent a lot of money on that yarn, I better wear it. I better make something that I'm going to appreciate in whatever way it might be. Yeah, thank you for watching. Leave your own tips or your own opinions on how you choose patterns in the comments below. I'd love to read them, and I would assume so would other people. But yeah, thank you for watching. Leave a like if you enjoyed this video, subscribe for more, and happy crafting. Bye.